Hi, good morning everyone. How are we today? Here we are, another Friday morning. How are we all going? All right, let's pull up out of the hips, stand up nice and tall. Think about lengthening the legs. So let's plant those feet flat on the floor. I want you to feel your feet on the floor. So hopefully you've either got bare feet or socks on. If you do have shoes, I want you to feel it into the bottom of your shoes. Feel where your toes are, the big toe right through to the little toe, all pushing down into the floor, as well as the ball of the feet. Okay, that's just below the toes, and then the heel as well. So everything is evenly weighted down into the floor. Keeping that weight down in the floor, we're then going to lift from the ankles all the way up through the legs, and as we get to the hips, we're going to make sure that tailbone is just tucked under gently. And I don't want you to sink into the hips to push the hips forward. I want you to pull up. Keep growing right up through the spine. Don't let that rib cage push forward. We want to keep everything nice and long and connected. Right up to the top of the neck where you're lengthening. That means the chin is going to tuck gently. Tucking does not mean to just drop the head down. It's more about pulling it back and down, just that little bit. So you don't have to force it back till you get a double chin, but you do need to just draw it back slightly. And then we're going to gently roll those shoulders backwards, just opening up the chest. Remember, today is nice and slow, and we want to think about that breathing and our body and how it's moving. So take a deep breath in now and bring those arms up. The elbows are relaxed, the shoulders are still relaxed. Breathe out, bring it all the way back down. Let's do that again. Breathing in, arms coming up. Deep breath out, rolling, taking your arms back down, no rolling. Let's go out to the side now, lifting as high as you can. You may not be able to get the arms right up above the head. That's okay, just go to where you can. And deep breath out, bring it down. Let's do that again. Breathing in, lifting up. Feel the chest opening and the spine lengthening, and take the arms back down. Now drop the chin to the chest, and we're going to roll down, going all the way down as far as we can. Keeping your arms relaxed here, so just make sure those elbows, wrists, hands, they're all relaxed. And breathe out again, slowly coming back up. Let's try and breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth the whole time. So in through the nose here, lifting and lengthening the spine, and breathe out through the mouth, chin to the chest and rolling down, relaxing the arms, shoulders, neck and back. Breathe in through the nose while you're down here, and then when you breathe out again, one long breath out, belly button gently drawing back and standing tall. Now breathing in, taking the arms up above the head. Breathe out, bring the hands together into a pistol grip. Shoulders are down, arms are long, so not down here. They're long, but not stretched either. Just gently squeeze those shoulder blades. Shoulder blades are in the upper back. Feel like you're grabbing hold of a pen and squeezing it there. And back and back. Good. We're going to lift up out of the hips, grow taller, and then you're going to tilt back so you're looking at the ceiling. Don't push the hips forward. We're lifting up out of them. Come back to the top again. And relax down. Over to the side now, stretching through the side of the body, up out of the hips and over to the other side of the body. Every time you come back to the center, you are pulling up, growing taller. Let's take the shoulders back again. 1 and 2 and hold. Lift up and back and to the top. And over to the side. How are those arms going? Are they hands starting to get closer to the head? Over to the other side. And back up to the top. And now let's take those arms out to the side. Long arms. Remember, we're not locking up those elbows, okay? And we're going to circle the wrists, keeping those arms nice and long. If it's hurting your neck and shoulders, just make sure the shoulders are down. Lower the arms a little bit if you have to. Let's go the other way now, circling backwards Good. Okay, bring those elbows in behind you and then stretch the arms out. Don't overstretch, so let me change my wording. Let's lengthen the arms out. And again, and lengthen. And 2 more in. And lengthen, and last one in. And lengthen. Make sure you haven't lifted those hands above your shoulders. If you're not sure, have a look. And now we're going to twist to the right and hold. Hips should be facing forward. Round to the other side. Keep those arms in the same position. Chest is open. Slowly round again. And again around. And let's do one more to each side. Yes, you should be able to feel the shoulders working. The neck shouldn't be getting too tight just yet. Let's come back to the center and take the arms down. Take your legs out nice and wide now. Take your right arm out to the side. Bring it up above your head and lengthen. Now don't worry about how far over you go. You've got a hand here to sort of support you, but you're lengthening that arm, stretching right from the ankle through the hip all the way to the hand. Let's take it back to the center and other side, stretching over, lengthening out that body. Keep the belly button back. You want to keep your core connected here for your balance. Otherwise, you are going to use a lot of your back, especially when you start to lift up in this position there. And let's go over once more. Belly button gently back and come back to the center. Good. Okay, we're going to roll, or take your arms down and roll down. Feet are still wide and just hang upside down. You're looking towards your belly button, so your neck is relaxed. I want you to take your left hand towards your right little toe, and you're going to take your right arm up towards the ceiling. Now, when you do that, if you can just have a look at what I'm doing right now, have a look at my right shoulder here. I'm going to draw it back. So what I'm trying to do is lift that shoulder back and open up the front of the chest there. Okay, and then I'm going to come through the center and do it on the other side. And I'm turning my body as I do this. So I'm turning in the waist. I'm not transferring weight from side to side, so both legs stay nice and straight. So let's have a go. From the right to the left, to the right, to the left. Deep breath out. And deep breath out. And one more each way. And if you do start to feel a little dizzy when you come up, I want you to look forward. Bend your knees just a little and roll up and stand up tall. Good. Just give yourself a moment to make sure you're balanced before you bring your feet in and give your legs a little shake. All right, let's rise now. So we're still standing up nice and tall. Make sure if you do pop your hands on your hips, and it says quite often people copy me putting their hands on their hips and they roll their shoulders forward. You've got to keep that chest open. Okay, so let's rise up now. 1 and 2 and 3. We'll get there, Andrea. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take it down. Good. Tailbone is tucked under. Lengthen that right leg out. Pull up out of the supporting leg and bring it in. And out and in. Try and keep the weight off that right leg that's moving. Good. And last one. And in, transfer and lengthen. Pull up out of the hips. Don't sink again. Keep lifted. Feet are flat on the floor, remember? Good, let's transfer. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and transfer and pull up, and 2, and 3, 4, and 5. Good, and shake it out. Good job. All right, let's grab our elastic. And we're just going to get that core switched on. So what I'm going to get you to do is hold on to the ends of the elastic, step into the center. Okay, stand up nice and tall. Belly button gently drawing back. Bring the arms in front and bring the hands together, and then put some tension in your elastic. So obviously it depends on how tight your elastic is already, but you can come to here, you can have your arms down lower, but try and bring them in, okay? Bend the knees just to release. So I'm not coming all the way down, all right? Just a little release so the elastic is slightly looser. Draw the belly button back, lift the pelvic floor and stand 1. And lift 2. And 3. And 4. Belly button gently drawing back. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. Good. Take your arms down, shoulders back, slowly lift and lower. Doesn't have to be high. Lengthen the arms. Shoulders back, and 1 more. And lift and bring it up. Still connected. Release, stand 1, 2. You can feel it start to activate right down here. Just gently though. It's really gentle movement. Really gentle sensation. Last one. And arms down. Good work. Okay, let's step forward. Bring that elastic up to the rib cage. Now I want you to be really aware of your shoulders. Your chest is open like so right now, okay? We're not rolling forward. Shoulders back and down. I'm gonna make my elastic a little tighter. Take the elbows out to the side. Now when I do that, I don't lift the shoulders, okay? Keep the elbows and shoulders, I was gonna say down, no. Elbows up, shoulders down, okay? When you push the arms forward, where's your posture in your chest? It should not have moved, all right? And bring it back. If you're rolling forward, just loosen that elastic off a little bit. All right, belly button draws back towards the spine. We lengthen the arms out and bring them back. Deep breath out and back. Deep breath out and back. And again, and back. Elbows still lifted and back. And 4 and 3 and 2. Chest is open and 1. Good, and take it down and bring it round. All right, let's pop the elastic down. Give your arms a really good shake. We're going to come down onto the floor. We might use our weights later, maybe. Let's see how we go. Let's use the body as a weight today. Feet flat on the floor, standing at the end of your mat, okay? Posture to start with, gently roll the shoulders backwards. So we're opening up that chest, and then we're going to roll it down to the floor. Deep breath out. Bend your knees. All right, we're going to walk it out into a plank. I want you to find your plank. You can come down onto your elbows. You can come down onto your knees if you need to. Shoulders back, tailbone tucked under, and feel the tummy muscles activating and working when you're here. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Make sure there's no pressure in your lower back at all. To make sure the chest stays open, you can always take your hands or elbows out a little bit wider than your shoulders if that's what you need, especially if you do have any issues going on in that upper back, your neck area. shoulders. Should feel those tummy muscles working by now. I'm going to hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Don't come down. If you're on your elbows, I want you to take one hand under your shoulder then the other. So you are now in a mini plank position here, okay? If you are on your knees, we are all going to come up onto our feet and we're going to push that bum up towards the ceiling. Try and get the head between the arms. Hopefully your mat's not stretching out on you. Push the chest towards the feet. Head between the arms, chest is open. Nice long legs, hips high. And release, coming slowly back into a plank. Tuck your tailbone under, bend both your knees and stretch back in a child's pose now with nice long arms. Good, slide down onto your tummy. Hands underneath the forehead, tuck your chin. Belly button gently drawing back, so as we breathe out, we push the chest from the floor and hold. Take your arms out to the side, nice and long. Bring them back in and lower down. So if you need to, you can just come up and down. You don't have to add the arm movement into it. So if it's hurting the neck and shoulders, I would suggest you don't add this movement. And remember, if you usually leave your head on the floor and just lift the chest, then please do that again as well. And last one. And relax right down. Chin still on the chest, lengthen the legs. And lower. Try not to use the upper body. Think more about lengthening. Of course, you can do one leg at a time if your back is sore. Deep breath out and up. Breathe in and lower. Good, let's add both movements together now. Gently up. Arms out if you're using your arms. Hand down. Lengthen the spine. Chin is tucked the whole time. And I want you to breathe out, in, and down. Once more. Good. Slip those elbows underneath your shoulders, hands flat on the floor. Squeeze that lower back. Chest is open. Slowly lower yourself back down, hands underneath your shoulders. You can stay down here, Tony. Belly button back, let's push up and come onto all fours. So you stay on your tummy, Tony. All right, belly button back, you've got your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, okay? And again, so that we don't roll that upper back and roll the shoulders forward, let's take the hands so that they're just that ever so slightly wider than the shoulder line, okay? So they're in line with shoulders here, okay, not up here, but they're out just that little bit further, just a little. Should be able to still sit there comfortably in the center. All right, so arms above your head, Tony, and we are all going lengthen the opposite arm and leg and small lift and take it back down and change sides. Lengthen and breathe in, take it down and lengthen. Now you're lengthening the leg, but you're lengthening the arm as well. Not the shoulder lifting to the ear for anyone, but that means that when you lengthen, for you guys up on all fours, you're not traveling backwards, all right? You've got to keep that weight right there in the center. Deep breath out, and in, and deep breath out, and in, and deep breath out, and in. And we're going to do one more deep breath out, and in. So while you're doing that up on all fours, you should be able to feel the upper body working. Those shoulders are working, okay? You're gonna feel that more than you would through the hips, but your weight is centered, and that's just because those muscles are smaller than your butt and leg muscles, okay? So that's why you feel it more in the upper body, but it is still right there in the center. If you transfer your weight and allow these bigger muscles to do all the work, then you're not going to be strengthening the upper body as well. All right. Let's all come back down onto our tummy now and roll onto our side. Stretching yourself right out. Ladies, don't forget that top leg needs to stretch. Tuck your bum under, belly button back. And we're going to start with small lift, nice and controlled, strong. Reach that leg away. And now we're going to make it bigger. And ladies, you're going to feel that waistline lift from the floor as you stretch it away. Can you feel that? Be aware of what you're doing. Feel what's going on in your body. Last one. Glue those legs together and squeeze them. Keep this small. This is the same movement we did before lying on our tummy, only now you're lying on your side, which means one side works harder than the other. Last one. Good. And bend the bottom leg. Come up onto your elbow, take that foot down. And lift the rib cage. Make sure your elbow is right underneath your shoulder. Stretch that arm up towards the ceiling. Shoulders are not lifting, okay? And then we're going to make sure this hip has come forward. So even though the shoulders are back, hips are still forward, okay? Belly button back, and if you can, you're going to lift. And then we're all going to take one leg up and down, and if you're lifted, you lower. So you can keep your hips on the floor and just do this really slowly and really small. Otherwise, up, long leg and down. Hip forward, long leg and up. Try not to sink into the shoulder as you come down. That hip taps ever so gently. And if you can, you've got two more. Remember, you've got to be connected and strong in the center because your upper body is working as well. And of course, you don't want that shoulder working all by itself. Let's go to the other side. Lie yourself all the way down. Nice long line, ladies. Waistlines. Tuck the bum under. Belly button back. Stretch that top leg. Start with small, controlled single leg lift. Reach away. Once more. Long leg. Now make it bigger. Up and reach away. Ladies, waistlines. 2, I say it all the time. 3, 4. Glue it together now. Bum still under and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gentle. 5. Good. Bend the bottom leg and come up. Elbow right underneath you. Lift that rib cage. Make sure that elbow is underneath your shoulder. Hip is forward, shoulders are back. Only lifting the hips off the floor if you can. Up, 1, and down. Watch that hip doesn't sink backwards at the top there. And down. You'll know, you'll feel it in your back. You don't want to get to that point. 4. Last one, and 5. And down. Good work. All right, what we're going to do is sit up now. I'm going to take my feet a little wider than usual. I am on the right camera, aren't I? Take the feet just a little wider, knees bent, feet, try and get them on the floor. So take your knees away from you a little bit. They don't have to be right up here, okay? Stretch it out a little. Hands on top of the legs. Take a deep breath in, sit up tall. Breathe out, chin to the chest. reach past those toes. So you are rolling those shoulders forward because you're stretching that upper back. Your chin is on your chest looking at your belly button. And sit up tall. Now don't move the knees when you get to the top, shoulders back and down. So don't leave your arms all the way out here, okay? Bring them back. Deep breath out, chin to the chest, roll it down, stretch, try and get past your toes. Belly button back. And sit up tall, shoulders back and down. Now stretch out the legs. Same thing, reaching towards the toes. I changed my wording, I said towards the toes this time. Belly button back. Sit up tall, shoulders back. Don't leave those shoulders forward. Open the chest. Deep breath out. Hand in, belly button back, and sit up tall. You're using your lower back, so make sure you're using your tummy too. Deep breath out. Are you getting closer to your toes? Are you getting past them yet? And again, reach. And lift up. Going to do that once more. Deep breath out. And lifting up. Good. And small bend of the knees so you can pop your hands behind you. Make sure I turn my fingertips to face my bum. Bend the knees a little. Again, I don't want you to bring your knees right up, okay? Keep your feet out a little. Chest is open. Squeeze those shoulder blades towards each other. Belly button back. Lift your right leg, and 1 feels heavy. 2, 3, 4, 5, and change legs. 1, 2, chest is open. Keep yourself lifted in the upper body. 4 and 5. Good, and sitting up, arms out, pistol grip. Long arms, not this. Relax the shoulders. Tuck and lean. Back as far as you can using your tummy muscles. No movement in those shoulders. And deep breath out. And lift. And deep breath out. And lift. And deep breath out. And lift. And last one, deep breath out. And lift. Good. Pop your hands on the floor to support your hips and back. Give everything a shake right up into the hips. Loosen it all up, okay? Now hopefully your back isn't getting sore here. If it does start to get a bit sore, pop a cushion under your bum. Make sure you're sitting towards the front of the cushion so you're leaning forward like this, okay? And that will help to just change the angle through the hips, and it'll support the back and hips just a little bit better. Okay, bend the knees up, take them a little wider, hands on top of the legs, deep breath in, chin to the chest, roll it down, stretch the upper back, reach past your toes, and roll up. Sit up tall, shoulders relaxed. Deep breath out, roll it down, stretch. And roll back up, belly button to the spine. Sit up tall, relax your shoulders, stretch the legs, and reach again. And sit up tall, belly button back, shoulders down. Once more, reaching forward. Remember, keep using those tummy muscles and sit up nice and tall. Good. Bend those knees, pistol grip, tuck and lean. Curl through the center, trying to arch the lower back. It's got nothing to do with your upper back, nothing to do with your shoulders. And lift. And again, take it back. And sit up nice and tall. Take your hands behind you, fingertips facing the bum. Chest is open, open it up. And right leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and change legs. 1. You can feel the leg muscles working here. Belly button draws back, so you use those lower abs as well to help. And sit up tall. Good. I don't remember if we did anything else. So from here, we're going to roll all the way down to the floor. Lying on your back, knees bent. Hands down by your side, nice long arms. Reaching towards those ankles. Deep breath in and breathe out. Belly button sinks, pelvic tilt, lift those hips, open them up. Use your butt now to support that lower back. And deep breath out, roll back down. And again. Deep breath out, roll it up. Nice long arms reaching towards those ankles the whole time. We're going to keep those shoulders planted flat on the floor where they are right now. Roll up and hold, keeping those shoulders there. Take your arms up above your head and up back to the floor and roll it down. And again, roll it up, shoulders don't move. And hold, arms lift and lower behind you and lift and lower under you and roll it down. Good work. Take those arms out now. Ooh, nearly press fade to black. Palms facing the ceiling. Bring the feet nice and close to your bum. Squeeze those legs together, draw the belly button down, rock those legs over to the side, keep going. Go as far as you can, don't let those shoulders lift. Look in the opposite direction, don't let those shoulders lift. Now, if you go all the way to the floor, you'll find that a lot of the time when we do that, we just collapse and we let everything go in the center. Okay, so if I keep everything connected, my knees don't quite get to the floor. Okay, you can still get pretty close, but it means you stay in control. So you keep the core switched on to roll back through the center. Squeezing those legs together, we drop to the other side and look in the other direction. Try not to collapse to the floor, stay in control. It's a big thing with all these exercises and it helps you every day with everything that you do. Let's come back to the center now. Take your right leg to tabletop, bring the hands up behind your neck. Support the neck now, breathing in or breathing out, I don't care which way. But just breathe, bring your knee towards you, twist towards it so you're twisting, and then stretch that leg out nice and long. Feel that stretch right from the hip. Bring it in and stretch it out. And bring it in and stretch it out. And bring it in and stretch it out. And bring it in, support that neck. Make sure you lift that opposite shoulder up and over, keeping those hips on the floor so that you do work into those oblique muscles, the sides. Let's come back to tabletop. Take the foot down and change legs. Knee in, changing directions now, stretch that leg out. And again, in and stretch out. And in and stretch out. And once more in and stretch it out, back to tabletop and take it down. Bring the arms all the way, I'm bringing them along the floor to keep the chest open. So all the way along the floor, all the way back down by your side again. Take your right leg up to tabletop, belly button sinks down and bring up the left. If you want extra support, roll up your mat, tuck it underneath your bum. Okay, arms are long, they're reaching for where your ankles were. Belly button sinks back, tap your toe to the floor, right foot, keeping that knee bent. Bring it back up, same leg, push through the heel and stretch and bring it in. Now the other leg. So we tap the toe to the floor and bring it up, same leg, push through the heel and bring it in. Let's make it a little easier by dropping the foot close to the bum and up and stretching higher and in. Tapping closer to the bum and up and stretching higher. You choose which one works for you. Your back should not be moving. But we do want to try and feel the tummy muscles working. So if you can only feel it in the legs, try taking it a little bit lower with the leg extension to start with. Deep breath out, hand in. And deep breath out, and in. And deep breath out, and in. And deep breath out, and in. Let's do one more on each side. Deep breath out, in, and deep breath out, and in. And deep breath out, in, and deep breath out, and in. Hug your knees to your chest, pull them in. Take your knees towards your shoulders, so you're opening the hips. Belly button sinking down. Good, bring the knees back in, flex the feet. And now just taking the knees away from your chest a little bit, turn them out. And as you do that, the feet turn out as well. Heels are glued together. Glue your heels together. Everyone got that? Grab a hold of those ankles. Bring the chin into the chest. Now, if this is going to hurt your neck, just leave your head on the floor. That's okay. Belly button back towards the floor. Push those legs to the ceiling. Heels together. Arms up above the head. Breathing in, pull it in. I want you to try and keep those knees out so your hips are open the whole time. Your inner thighs are working. And out. And in, belly button down and out. And in and out. We're going to do that once more. And in is we still got the feet turned out like a ballerina. And bring it in. Good. Take the knees towards the shoulders and open the hips, pulling those knees towards the chest still. And release. Take your feet down to the floor, nice long arms. Deep breath out, pelvic tilt and roll up. Deep breath out and roll down. And again, take it up. And take it down. Arms are long, shoulders are back on the floor. You can feel that. Let's roll up. Keep the shoulders there, arms long. Take them up above your head and back down to the floor. Hips should still be lifted. Now roll down. And again, roll it up. Squeeze your bum, lift those hips, arms up, arms down, and roll back down. Good work. Take your right foot to the ceiling. Stretch that leg. Now remember, I've said it in the past, try not to stretch that foot too much or you might start to cramp up. Okay, but if you feel like you're stretching the leg, so we're lengthening it out as much as we can. We're going to take that leg slowly down, everything anchored still. Then flex the foot and up. We're going down nice and slowly. Slowly. Good. Now flex and up fast. Feel the stretch in the back of the leg. Point and take it down. And flex up. And point and take it down. Flex and up. Can you grab hold of it? If you can't, you can curl up to do that or just keep trying to pull it as close to you as you can. Try not to get into this position, okay? Because this one's not going to get as good a stretch. Try and push the knee so that you're stretching that foot. Even think about pushing that heel up towards the ceiling. And now release the knee and take the foot down. Other leg up to the ceiling. Stretch it as much as you can. Stretch right through the front of the leg and take it down towards the floor nice and slow. And flex and bring it up. And again, down. Flex, up and down. flex, up and take it down. Flex. Once more, take it down slowly. And up fast. Grab hold of the leg. So we're trying not to lose that length we just put into that leg, okay? Push that heel towards the ceiling. You may not be able to get the leg completely straight. That really depends on how tight you are, okay? But we want to try to push that heel as close to the ceiling as we can. And then release the knee and take the foot down. Okay, we're gonna roll up and finish our stretching sitting up. So knees in, roll up, balance if you can, use your tummy muscles here, shoulders down. If it's hurting your back and hips, feet to the floor. If it's not hurting your back, try and relax those arms and shoulders and balance. Relax, shoulders down, elbows bent, and feet to the floor and stretch them out. Sit up tall and reach again, drop the head. Hold. Deep breath in through the nose, deep breath out through the mouth. Belly button back and sit up tall. Take the legs out wide and push forward. Drop the head. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, sinking a little bit more, feeling those inner thighs stretching there. And sitting up tall, turn to face your right leg, push forward, keep your butt on the floor and drop your head. Getting a little stretch in the lower back now, as well as down the leg. And sitting up, turn and face the other leg and push forward and drop, hold. And sitting up and bring the soles of the feet together now. Gently pushing the knees towards the floor. So as well as inner thighs, you're going to feel that stretch sort of through the hip area, maybe even into the butt a little as well. Good, and release. Shake those legs out really well, right up into the hips. Take your right leg now across the body, pull it back as far as you can, sit up tall, hug that knee right into your chest and turn to the right. Keep sitting tall. And slowly back around and change legs. Sit up tall, hug and turn. Keep pulled up. And back around and shake it out again. Good, okay, from here I'm just going to get you to turn onto your side. So those legs are bent a little. You can pop your hand here or you can come right down onto your elbow if your wrist doesn't want to do that, okay? And from here we're going to push the rib cage towards the ceiling and take the arm up and over. Stretching down the side of the body and right up into that arm as well, that top arm. Good, and release and push yourself back up. Take those legs around to the other side. Like I said, you can be here, not here, here, or right down on the elbow. You've got to stay lifted out of that shoulder. Push the rib cage to the ceiling and side stretch. Good, and coming back up. All right, from here we're coming onto our knees. Obviously not you, Tony. Okay, let's take our right foot forward, tuck that bum under and hold. Pull up tall. Good, let's release and change legs. Hand tuck, hold it there. Good, and release. All right, come into your crouch position now, so you're down as low as you can go. You're gonna drop your chin to your chest and relax your neck. Push your bum to the ceiling, so you're now hanging upside down. Take a deep breath in through the nose, relax your arms, relax your shoulders, and roll up to the top and stand tall. Good, shoulders sink back into position. Bring the arms forward and open out, squeeze back and release, and squeeze back and release, and squeeze back and release. And arms down, chin to the chest, chin to the ceiling, and forward. Look to the right and left and forward. Drop the ear down, up and over, and up. And deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Open the chest just gently here and release. Once more, breathe it in and out. And shoulders up and down, and elbows back, and release. Good job, well done everyone, that was great. How are you feeling? I feel good. How do you feel? Let me know. Come on down. Ready for weekend now? Yes, it's another Friday.